Hello my dear students, welcome back to online session brought to you by Vivekananda PU College. I am Suprit Kesi. In today's session we are continuing with the chapter that we discussed in a previous class, that is cell cycle and division. Cell cycle and division. Okay. What is a cell cycle? Cell cycle is nothing but a sequence of events in which a cell is duplicating its genome and preparing all the cell constituents necessary for the division of a cell, as well as at the end of the day it is going to form a daughter cells. That is nothing but your cell division. As you know, the cell division or the cell cycle is divided into two phases mainly. One is called as I phase, right? Yes, I phase. The second one is called as M phase. I phase as well as M phase. I phase called as interphase, where you can find out the cell is preparing for the cell division. Where in M phase the cell is actually doing the cell division. If you take the holograph of a cell where 90% of a cell cycle is utilized for I phase, just a 10% for M phase. This is about the phases. When you take I phase or interphase, okay, you can find out three phases mainly. One is known to be G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase. What is G1 phase, sir? G1 phase is called as a gap 1 phase, where the cell showing the cytoplasmic growth, as well as the cell is metabolically very active and it is ready for the cell division. In the case of S phase, something called as a synthesis phase, S phase is synthesis phase, where you can find out the DNA synthesis, right? DNA is synthesizing, DNA is producing. Yes, duplicating of a gene, duplicating of your DNA you can find out. What about G2 phase, sir? In the G2 phase, my dear students, cell will prepare all the proteins, whatever required for the, for your cell division will be synthesized there. After completing your G1 phase, S phase, G2 phase, the cell is actually entering to the M phase. M phase is nothing but the cell division phase. That is we are discussing today. We are going to discuss about M, nothing but mitosis. Mitosis. Okay. What is mitosis? The another name for mitosis is equational division. Equational division. Cell division in which chromosome number of progeny as well as the chromosome number of a parent, if it is same, that is called as your mitosis or equational division. Mitosis is a cell division in which the daughter cell will be having the same number of a chromosome as that of a parent cell. I repeat, it is a cell division in which the chromosome number of a daughter cell is the same as of its parent cell. Say I have a parent cell here which is having a 46 number of a chromosome, where in the case of a progeny of this which is undergoing the process of mitosis, I can find out 46 chromosome in each. Same number of a chromosome is conserved. Same number of a chromosome is maintained. In this case, this process is called as a mitosis. I can tell you that is mitosis. Okay, chromosome number of a daughter cell as well as the chromosome number of a parent cell, both are same. If I have a 96 chromosome here, same 96. If I have a 24 chromosome here, same 24. Same number of a chromosome. In the case of your S phase, the synthesis phase, where DNA is duplicating, right? Okay, number is the same but the content is duplicating. Number is the same but the content is duplicating. Content is duplicating. Okay, that content will be equally distributed whenever they will be forming daughter cells or daughter nuclei. That is mitosis. In this equational division or something called as a mitosis, okay, there are great set of reactions, the great set of a process. For our convenience, what we have done is we have categorized mitosis into 4 steps, only 4 steps. The first one is called as a prophase. Very simple it is, prophase. Able to see, right? Prophase. Yes. The second one is called metaphase, M-E-T-A, metaphase. The third one is called anaphase. Third one is called anaphase. Yes, anaphase. What about the fourth one, dear students? What about the fourth one? First one is prophase, metaphase, anaphase. Fourth one is, yes, it is telophase. Okay. If you study these 4 steps, your mitosis is completed. Okay. For the sake of easy understanding, we have one chart here that is called as a mitosis, the chart of mitosis, where I can keenly show you all the steps of mitosis. Ready for the class now? Thank you. So as the name says, a prophase, you take a cell, just a cell, where you have all the cell constituent as well as the nucleus inside, correct? Okay, now this is a cell, okay? Keenly observe, this is a cell where I have a nucleus inside, all the cytoplasmic constituents outside of the nucleus, correct? I have a nucleus and all the cytoplasmic constituents outside of the nucleus. That is clear, right? Yes, sir. Okay. Then see here, I have a nuclear membrane which envelop my nucleus, right? I have a nuclear membrane which envelop my nucleus. Say this is my cell. Just take a cell where I have a nucleus here, correct? That is enveloped by, guarded by nuclear membrane. Whatever the fluid you have outside of the nucleus called as a cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. Okay. Now this is called as a cell membrane. Cell membrane. Cell membrane. Then the fluid which is inside of a nucleus called as a nucleoplasm. Nucleus, fluid, plasm. Nucleoplasm. Done. This is my nucleus. And inside, see, after the steps after synthesis, S phase as well as G2 phase, your cell will be containing a great amount of cellular components, okay? The duplicated components you will be having. The cell or the DNA molecule that will be loosely aggregated, very loosely aggregated. The molecules are very loosely aggregated. Okay, when the beginning of a prophase is happen, okay, the loosely aggregated DNA molecules start to treading in, okay, so that in the case of my interphase, the first interphase, the intertwining of DNA you can find out, intertwining of DNA or chromatin fibers you can find out, become a packed called as chromatin condensation. called as chromatin condensation. Chromatin condensation. In the case of prophase, chromatin condensation is happening. Just a beginning of a prophase, the chromatin condensation is happening. Nothing but whatever the chromosomal content you have in the cell, okay, that is undergoing a condensation. Chromosomal content you have here, see, this is a chromosomal content, like this, they start to condense, becoming very tightly packed, condense, very thick structure you can find out, like this, thick structure. Condensation is happening there. After that, after a condensation, you can find out the initiation of spindle fibers. See, look at here. I start from here. Here just a beginning of a prophase. When you come here, the condensation of chromosomes are happening here. Look at the condensation of chromosome. A loosely packed chromatins will be tightly packed and they become chromosome 1. See, and the chromosome is held together. The arms of a chromosome will be held together by the centromere, structure called as a centromere. This is structure called as a centromere. The arms are called as a chromatids. Here you can find out the presence of spindle fibers. You can find out the initiation of spindle fibers. Okay. That is in the case of prophase. You can find out the presence of spindle fibers. When or after the spindle fiber formation is happening, or when the the chromatids is undergone a condition called as a condensation, in that case you have something called as you have centrioles, where the centrioles are moving towards the poles of a cell. You can find out. I'll show you now. See, to the poles, your centrioles will be migrating. To the poles, like this. Condensation of a chromosome is happening. The chromosomal arms are held together by centromere. Okay, microtubule formation you can find out. Even the centrioles are moving towards the poles of a cell. Pole. This is one pole, this is one pole. That is the ending story of a prophase. This one, prophase is done now. After successful entry to the prophase, okay, we are going to witness metaphase. Okay, metaphase. In the stage of metaphase, okay, or in between prophase and metaphase, okay, nuclear envelope will be disintegrated. You cannot find out endoplasmic reticulum, even Golgi also invisible. Okay, mitochondria also invisible. Done. In this case, dear students, you must know, the late prophase or the stage of late prophase or in early metaphase, the chromosomes, if you observe under microscope, the cell which is having a stage in between the late prophase or early metaphase, you can keenly note the chromosomes there. Okay, that much thick it will be. Okay, now we are entering the stage of a metaphase where the chromosomes, which is held by centromere, okay, that will be arranged at the center or the equatorial region, middle. Say this is a globe, then this is equatorial, right? equatorial region, and whatever the microtubules you have, okay, that will be connected to your chromosome by the disc shaped structure called as a kinetochore. Here you have a presence of disc shaped structure called kinetochore that will be helping to support the microtubule. So microtubule will be holding your chromosome, and it will attach to the centrioles. It is so stable. Okay. In this condition, you have a force. Okay. You have a pulling force from the centrioles to the to your chromosomes. There is a continuous effort of pulling your chromosome towards the pole. At the late metaphase, that force is keenly observable. Okay. After that force appearance, we will be entering to the anaphase, right? Okay. Before going to anaphase, when your chromosomes is just a line in a equatorial structure, this structure is called as a metaphase plate. Okay, metaphase plate structure. Okay, because at the equatorial region of a cell, you can clearly observe the thick chromosomes. Done. And this is called as a pole area where the microtubules are pulling your chromosomes to in. Next we are entering a phase of anaphase, where here the centromere is undergoes a division. Okay, so the homologous pair will be pulled apart towards the pole, so the structure is like this. If the structure is like this, it will be pulled apart to the pole. It will be pulled apart to the pole like this. So the chromosomal movements you can find out, it is slowly migrating towards the pole. Okay, slightly migrating towards the pole. At this case, the chromosomes are slowly migrating towards the pole, and it will be reaching 25% as well as 75% of a stage. It will be almost lying here, as well as the another set will be lying here. So 0, 25, 50, 75, 100. Okay, almost 25 position as well as 75 position. Okay, chromosome now looks like this. V shape. Chromosome now looks like this. Number is the same, the content is doubled in a S phase. So the doubled content, whatever you have, okay, doubled content will be pulled apart to the poles. So the number is restored here. So the chromosome is completely migrating to the anaphase, nothing but to the poles. Okay, now the force exerted by the microtubules is decreasing, and we are reaching the phase of telophase. As you know, dear students, when chromatids moves to the opposite pole, okay, the whole set of reaction is almost done, and we are witnessing a telophase here. Okay. In the case of telophase, the chromosomal clusters, okay, that is at the opposite spindle poles, they are showing the identity. Okay, I'll tell you how. See, the chromosomes are now pulled apart to the poles, right? So the chromosome number is restored, but the content is moved apart. Content will be moved apart, and now it is looking like this. Okay, so the ending of a telophase, the structure will be whole whatever the intervolution structure of chromatids you have witnessed. Okay, now it is undergone decondensation, where tightly packed structure of chromatids, they become loosely segregated. very loosely structured, you can find out. Chromatids now loosely segregated. Okay, we are at the end of the telophase, where the cellular envelope is forming, as well as nuclear membrane or nucleus is forming, nuclear membrane is forming, as well as you can cleanly witness endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, etc. Okay, at this phase karyokinesis is done. Karyokinesis, whatever the division that being happened in your inside of a nucleus is done. Now we are entering into the cytokinesis. What is a cytokinesis? Cytokinesis, as the name says, cytokinesis, the cell, something related to sun. When we reach the telophase, the endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi will be reformed, nucleolus, nuclear envelope is reformed, and the cytokinesis is just initiated. Where in the case of animal cell, you have something called as a cleavage furrow formation. In the case of a plant cell, you have cell plate formation. Nothing but, now this is one cell, we are at the end of the telophase, where the cytoplasm of the cell is dividing now. Nothing but the walls are continuing from the outsides to in, so that a distinct wall is formed in between both the cells. If the same thing is happening in the case of animal cell, nothing but the walls, if it is forming here like this, that is called as a cleavage furrow formation. Nothing but a formation of walls in between the daughter cells. I write here formation of wall. Formation of cell wall. Okay, it is like this. Say you have a telophase stage, and the wall from the side structure, it is continuously getting in, and distinct two cells are forming from the one cell. Okay, so the cell wall is dividing your elongated cell as a two. Okay, if it is happening in an animal cell, called as a cleavage furrow. If it is happening in the plant cell, is called as a cell plate. This is new cell wall or cell membrane. Okay, a nucleus membrane is forming here. The whatever the chromosomes that we have here, that become decondensed. Okay, nucleolus is reappearing, endoplasmic is reforming. Okay, that is a stage. Okay, after a completion of a telophase, after the formation of a cleavage furrow or a cell plate, okay, the daughter cell will be looking like this. Okay, daughter cell will be looking like this. At this stage, the mitochondria, plastids, whatever being produced in the stage of S phase as well as G2 will be equally distributed towards the daughter cells. Okay, now this cell after completion of M phase, see this stage, this is G1, S, G2, M, correct? Okay, after a completion of M phase, then again cell is entering to G1, yes, G2, M phase, M into G1, yes, G2. This is how the cycle continues. Okay, there are some exceptions. There are some cell does not following this pathway, they escape from the cell cycle called as G0 phase or quiescent stage. Now after each cell is resembling this structure, so after this again to the interphase, then prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, coming back here, again going there, interphase, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, like this. So the prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, G1, yes, G2. Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, G1, yes, G2. This is how the cycle goes. That is about the mitosis as well as cytokinesis. Now you just tell me, what is the importance of this cell cycle, or why this cell cycle or the mitosis is very important? So let us study the significance of a cell cycle. Significance of mitosis. Let us study the significance of cell cycle. What is the significance of a cell cycle? Tell me. As you know, the organisms, the basic characteristics of an organism is growth as well as the development. For growth as well as the development, this mitosis is very important. Mitosis is very important for growth and development of an organism. So wherever the growth is required, we need to produce more and more cells. Increase the size in any axis is called as a growth or development. For that we require cell. Even for the increase of cell layer, we require cell. Okay, that is the first one. B. In the case of mitosis, haploidicity is maintaining. So even the parent cell is having a 2n number of chromosome, the daughter will be having 2n number of chromosome. So the chromosome number is maintaining across the generation. There are some organism which is consisting n number of a chromosome called haploidic condition. In some cases, this haploid condition also mitosis is happening. Nothing but if the parent cell is having n number of a chromosome, the daughter cell also having n number of a chromosome. There are some insects, there are some plants which are showing this kind of a condition. Next, D. See, we have cellular death. The cell is undergoing a process of death, or there may be damage. So cellular repair should be happening. To cell repair mechanism, this mitosis is very important. To repair the cell, okay, whatever, if in some part of a body the cells are damaged, okay, the new cells are forming. To repair the cell or cellular structures, the mitosis is very important. It plays a vital role. And even, dear students, nucleoplasmic ratio is maintained by mitosis. Even we have a division of karyokinesis first, then into cytokinesis later. At this stage we have a segregation of many constituents that will be maintained by mitosis. So it is checking how the distribution is taking place, whether it has took place in a very significant as well as a right way. It will check. So mitosis is very important in maintaining nucleoplasmic ratio. Okay, this mitosis is you can witness this mitosis in almost all the part of your body. Say in the case of upper region of your epidermis, or even the blood cells, or some cellular linings of a gut, you can find out the mitosis more frequently. Okay, that is about the significance of a mitosis. So we have studied many factors today. What is a cell? What is a cell cycle? What is the definition of cell cycle? What are the phases of cell cycle? How mitosis is happening? How the segregation is happening? How early prophase, late prophase as well as early metaphase is correlated, and the 4 stages: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. These we have studied. I hope you all very aware of this concept, and thank you for your patient listening. I think now this is the time to wind up the class. So yes, so let us wind up the class, and I hope you have really understood this concept. Thank you so much for your patient listening. Then stay at home, stay safe, have a nice day. Then thank you so much.